Well, today we're going to be speaking about something sweet, sugar. Something we all have probably indulged in too much of and we enjoy quite a bit. And a little bit is okay. Research shows to each American, on average, consuming around 88 grams of sugar, which is equivalent to 25 to 30 teaspoons of sugar per day. Now we know that can very much impact our waistline and may promote weight gain. But new research is finding that high sugar intakes are contributing to things like insulin resistance, hypertension or high blood pressure, high triglycerides, type 2 diabetes, and elevated amounts of C-reactive protein, which actually is a marker of inflammation in the body, which could be a trigger for disease. I think often people don't realize how much added sugar that they get a day. And we know that a majority of it is found in our liquid calories and things like that. But it's very hard on the food label to know what's added sugar and natural sugar, because that natural sugar is okay. So if you look on the ingredient list and you find sugar, and sugar can be in many words, if we see sugar on the first 3 to 5 ingredients, we know that it's probably a pretty high source of added sugar, and that food item should be limited. There are 4 strategies you can use to slash the sugar and avoid sugar shock. First is really cut out the liquid calories. Things like soda and fruit juice and fruit beverages and our energy drinks that are just chock full with added sugar. Really trying to cut those out or significantly limit those can impact your added sugar intake. You may walk into your Starbucks and get your favorite beverage like your Venti white chocolate mocha that's non-fat and know that you're getting a little extra sugar. However, did you know that there's 74 grams of sugar in that beverage, not to mention 580 calories, and it equates to 18.5 teaspoons of sugar. Amazing. Number 2, reduce the amount of processed food that you consume. The greater the amount of processed food you consume, the higher percentage of added sugar, even in things that don't taste sweet. We know that the higher percentage of processed foods you consume, the greater the amount of added sugar, even in things you wouldn't suspect. Things like your snack foods or even crackers or things like that can have added sugar to them. Even our pasta sauce here, actually the 5th ingredient is sugar. We don't need sugar in our pasta sauce. All natural ingredients are all we need. Number 3, we really want to look at the food ingredient list and the label. Know how much you're consuming, be informed, making sure that we're keeping our cereals under 8 grams of added sugar. Another thing is if we're choosing foods that we know is pure sugar, something like your maple syrup. One thing you can do, instead of consuming maybe 4 more tablespoons that has over 60 grams of sugar, put it in a ramekin and add 1 or 2 tablespoons and reduce that by 1/4. Dip your waffles or pancakes and have less. Number 4 is my favorite. Sweeten with foods that have benefits. Things like our raisins and our currants, unsweetened applesauce, berries, mashed banana are great ways to sweeten our foods without adding sugar. So be creative in the kitchen. So the bottom line is this: sugar may taste great, and all of us need to enjoy a little sweetness in our diet, but we need to cut down on how much. So be mindful. Don't experience sugar shock, but slash down on the sugar by following those 4 tips. Reducing the amount of liquid calories, cutting down on the amount of processed foods, checking out that food label and ingredient list, and sweeten naturally with your fruits. And that way you'll be making sure that you're on your way to reduce the sugar and reduce your risk of disease and have the most energy you need for the day.